All right, everyone. Well, what a day. I hope you all had fun. I know it, I never get tired of listening to this because, as I said to you, the one constant in this market is change. And I never get tired of hearing even the legal perspective because there's always something new. There's always little nuances that are coming up. So, in closing, I brought everybody here together just for all of us to say goodbye to you for today. I'm sure we will see you all soon. Douglas Ruark from RegA Resources, Scott Pantel from LSI, Stephen Brock in the bubble, of course, from Medical Funding Professionals. And thank you, Joel Steinmetz, for the co-founder of Rialto Market. So this is the A+ team. I apologize, some of our members, they're already in a busy day. But gentlemen, I like just your day, couple minutes. Just what did you think of the day today, Douglas?
Yeah, look, it's funny because obviously everybody on this panel, we're all intrinsic in this industry. We all share the same passion. But I think we all have also seen the changes that have occurred in especially the last 10 years, really the last 5 on these programs. And I think, when you look at it, look, if you were a Medtech company and you wanted to go raise $30 million and it's 2013, 2014, you don't have many options. You're going to go to a Reg D 506C. You're limited to accredited investors. You have a convoluted investment process, or you're walking into a PE firm or a VC firm. You're handing them 80% of your company, or you're going to have to then go public. Good luck finding an underwriter for a company that's maybe not revenue generating yet or still in the development stage. So I think getting people to understand how massive of a change it's been in the last 5 to 10 years, especially with RegA Plus, and the ability to do what amounts to a public offering with the same investor acquisition capabilities of a public offering without having to go public. It's phenomenal. And like I said, everybody on this panel, be it Stephen Brock, been there and done that over his entire career with public companies, private companies, investment banking, corporate finance, Scott Pantel, running the top Medtech market research company. Oscar, you and your firm, Joel, leading the way with broker dealers doing these. We all understand it, where you could see the passion, the excitement with us, because we all understand what's transpired over the last 5 years. And it's just an exciting time in the industry. And I think a lot of it comes down to education. And I think that's where these summits are very important. It's educating people on the changes and getting them to understand that there's a massive shift now in how you're able to go syndicate capital for your company.
Wow. Thank you.
Well put.
Yeah,
well put.
yeah. Did he say for all of us?
He said it for all of us.
No. I want to hear from Joel because Joel, today I quoted your numbers, but I don't say them with the same smooth accent that you have. Please.
I'm gonna tell you something that I really think is important for people to realize, and it really came through today, and it just is getting more and more obvious to me. If you go back in the market 30, 40 years ago, the markets in general, the capital markets were investor markets. They were not trader markets. They were investor markets. People sought investments and went in and invested. It turned in the 90s, 2000s, it turned into a trader's market with high frequency trading, et cetera. And really investors weren't able to get anywhere. You were trying to make pennies off it. What the retail world has told everyone is, we believe in investor markets. The retail world has said we want to get involved in good investments. And in order to do so, we need to be able to be given the opportunities to get involved in those kinds of investment opportunities, to be able to buy in, watch something grow, and participate with that growth and help all small companies actually create value for our world. And the retail investors are saying that's what they want to do. Well, in the public markets, you have less of the opportunity to do that. All of that has been put into the public markets already. If you look since 2000, before 2000, if you looked at some companies, even Amazon, which came out before 2000, most of the wealth was gained post going public. Since 2000, the vast, by ridiculous numbers, like 1,000% differences, most of the value is created while it's still private. And that's the thing retail investors want to get involved in. They want to get back to an investor market that allows them to get into good companies and provide value and get the value for their investment.
That's great. It's a nice recap. It's nice to hear that, remind ourselves. Sometimes I hear snippets of it when David Wheel tells me about the market, how it's formed and how it's changed. And I think you summarized it correctly. I like the way you said it. It was an investor's market, and then it became a trader's. And traders are not investors. I think that's the part that people need to really understand. We all watch the movies Margin Call. Your only objective is to make money. They didn't talk about building companies, or they don't care. They just want to make. I'm not harping on them, but we need to come to that realization. And look at today, the capital markets are in distraught. I love it. I love it because 2 years ago we were in the same spot and we were all so busy. Andrew Korn helped us. We did like 90 of these webinars online. We just kept doing them. And so obviously for Scott and Steven, they're, this your new ecosystem you created as quarterbacks. But your last words for the day.
I'll jump in and then hand it over to my comrade Steven. You just used a word. Well, first of all, thank you. It's been a great day, and it's so exciting to see everybody rallying together and delivering this solution for the innovators in our space. You used the word build a minute ago about building companies, and the Medtech market is a $600 billion market, and
wow.
it grows and it innovates, and the innovation cycles are short. There are new technologies every couple of years that are replacing previous technologies. The only way we can continue to innovate is if we finance the innovators, if we build together. And so I feel grateful to be a part of this team at this time doing what we're doing. I want to thank all of the innovators that joined today. And I've had a few reach out to me separately and say, hey, how do I get started? There was a chat that was put in there with a link to schedule an exploratory call. We love talking to everybody, regardless of what stage they're at. So check the feed and schedule an exploratory call. And if we can help you, we'd love to. And if you're not ready, we'll let you know. So again, thank you, Oscar, Core Connect, for pulling this together. You're industry leaders, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, as always.
As
Steven,
am I. Yes,
Mr.
thank you, sir.
Bubble.
It was excellent. Hey, if all these people decide they'd like to do an exploratory call, I'll be on Zoom and they'll have my video.
No.
Anyway, so the beauty is the fact that we have this incredible team. The beauty is that Core Connects showed us another pathway forward building the team when Scott and I were doing this on our own, and it has been an incredible experience being able to work with such professionals and having people that are excellent in their skill set, have 20, 25, 30 years background. It is amazing what we all get to do in helping these potential clients get through to execution and get to market. There is no better way. Regulation A+ is stable. That's what's going on. If you got a 580 a share stock out there, you're going to sit there and have it 580 at the end of the raise. So you're not going to be battered around by these market forces. That's a beauty of this thing. And then you're able to sit there and easily be looked at from a potential Medtech M&A program because of all that outreach that goes on with the investor acquisition, with LSI, MFP, Rialto Markets. It's awesome what happens from all of this at the end of the day. Just do the exploratory calls. Go through the presentation. At least have another way to look at how to raise capital in a democratized capitalization program that we did not have back in the 2000s, not until 2012. Great statistic is back in 2020 under the Jobs Act, $9 billion raised. In 2021 under the Jobs Act, which includes 506C, CF, and RegA+, $113 billion. It has scaled, and 2022 for the medtech industry is going to be the best ever because they're finally catching on that this is another way to raise capital, and they should go to our Calendly links and schedule those calls with Scott and I so we can co-chair with you what it could possibly look like for you to getting to endpoint. Thanks again. Great team.
You're welcome, and hopefully one day we will. He is real for everybody. He's not. He's like a machine, though. If there's no person that works harder than Steven to get the deal done. So, thank you, everyone. Thanks to all our core partners and our MedTech A+ team that came out today. It was a great event, and I hope that for everybody that stayed and got some information, I know sometimes you feel like you want more, and that's just, well, welcome to the journey. It's a constant learning, and that these professionals were going to help you here. Till the next Core Summit, which could be coming to you soon, our first face-to-face summit. So stay tuned. There will be more coming your way. Until then, have a fantastic Thursday, wherever you may be. Thank you to everyone. Until next time, los vemos.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.